Hello everyone, my name is Paul Santilli. I'm here at SCIP, Strategic Consortium of Intelligence Professionals, IntelliCon event in Nashville this April 22nd through 25th. And I'm here with my friend Mayur Palta from Databricks. Welcome Mayur, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Paul. Very excited to be here.
Excellent. So as you know, the theme for this IntelliCon is around AI and competitive intelligence in the intelligence ecosystem. And that obviously opens up to a lot of different application areas, a lot of different pain points that organizations are experiencing, a lot of different technologies, especially around the question of how AI can improve an organization's performance. Tell me about what Databricks does and what's your role there as head of CI.
Absolutely. So Databricks is a data and AI company. The short story is that in 2012, the Netflix, the movie streaming service, opened up a challenge to the world, to all the researchers around the world, to come improve their recommendation engine. The movies we watch, the recommendation engine.
Well, there's an AI platform right there, right?
That's the AI platform itself. And some of the researchers at the lab in University of California, Berkeley, submitted their research on how to solve that problem for recommendation engine. There was a minor glitch though. They were 10 minutes late and got disqualified.
No kidding, seriously.
And what came out of this was this technology would build the foundation for open source called Apache Spark. And evolved into, they tried to give away that software for free, nobody would take it, started charging, and now the company is valued at $43 billion.
Oh my gosh.
And it's still private and is on the leading edge.
And that's the benefits of being 10 minutes late.
That's the benefits of being 10 minutes late. So the company offers a data intelligence platform to unify the world of data and AI.
Oh my.
As you know, that without good data, there is no good AI.
Of course.
And they're pushing the boundaries with the charter and mission of solving world's toughest data and AI problems.
It's fantastic. I mean, when you mention about without good data, there's no good AI. I mean, the whole emphasis around what SCIP is evolving into and around this intelligence ecosystem, the way I define it is essentially data drives intelligence, and therefore by definition, if data is everywhere, intelligence is everywhere. So the ecosystem is really a composite of all things that are data generated. And in the context of AI, it's the same sort of thing, right?
Yeah, it's the same sort of things. And I'm very excited about SCIP's new ideas around building these intelligence center of excellence.
Exactly, yes.
Which is almost like you think of building communities within a CI function for the company.
Exactly.
So for SCIP, this has become bringing all the like-minded people together and proximity driving that collaboration in different regions around the world, and bringing academia, the CI researchers, the practitioners, everybody in one place.
Yes.
And that's where new ideas will be born.
So these intelligence centers of excellence, or what we call them in the ICOEs, we currently have 8 of them in development, but we'll easily get to 20 by the end of the year and probably double that next year.
Wow.
So these regional centers, as you mentioned, we have the intent is to utilize regional intelligence thought leadership to address regional intelligence needs. Now, as you know, what unfortunately happens in the world is that people tend to paint with a very wide intelligence brush across the globe. And the intelligence needs in one region, let's say in the Far East, it's not going to be the same intelligence needs in North America, or South America, or England, or whatever. So having these regional centers allow you to do some surgical precision application areas, and starting a CI function is very similar to that, because we're essentially doing that in each of these ICOEs, right?
Right.
So that's the intention of this whole thing. So yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned that, and I had to go off a little bit on that to tell the audience here what that was all about, because I'm super excited about it. But those ICOEs, I think, are something that's going to really help globalize the SCIP value proposition, help bring in more and more intelligence thought leadership from AI application type environments where you're familiar with. So aside from all of that, I want to get back to some of the things you've been doing. You just published a book recently. Tell us more about what the name of the book is, what it is, and give yourself some insight into what that's all about.
Absolutely. The name of the book is Outcompete.
Yes.
And it's about how startups and billion-dollar companies outsmart the competition. This is bringing together all the battle stories that I've been throughout my career, and bringing all the practical experiences together.
Wow.
There's something I learned working at Amazon, which is Jeff Bezos' favorite quote, which says there's no compression algorithm for experience. Either you have experience or you don't.
Yeah.
But then what do you choose to do with it?
Yes.
There are 2 mental models, 2 schools of thought. One is people who hold back that knowledge saying, I'm the expert. And the other school of thought is the people who compete with themselves. They share everything they know, and they compete with themselves.
Yep.
So the book was published July of last year. Immediately became the #1 hot release on Amazon.
Fantastic.
And
wow.
then got stuck in management studies as a bestseller right behind Michael Porter's competitive strategy for like 6 weeks. And I was like, that's something I have to take on. So I put all my resources to it.
Yeah.
And finally beat Michael Porter's
Outstanding.
competitive strategy.
Congratulations. Wow.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Well, it's a testament to the value of the book. So not to put you on the spot, but if you could give me 3 main key items out of the book, that's not to prevent the audience from reading the book, right?
Sure.
I'm sure you can download it from Amazon, right?
Yep.
But if you were to give a synopsis about what are some of the outcomes, without revealing the golden nuggets here, sure. Give me something that the audience can use to help them navigate that space.
Yeah, absolutely. The top 3 things are, #1, there is a framework, a mental model on how to think about your own CI capabilities.
Yep.
Because the success of your business is dependent on how mature your CI function is, and how ready it is to take on competitors.
Yeah.
So I introduced a mental model, a framework called the Outcompete Operating System. This is something you just drop into your business, self-assess yourself. It has some components of the vision of your CI function, the current state where you are, future state where you want to be,
Yep.
and how you get from point A to point B. And that establishing roadmap to get from point to point B is all the hidden lessons. Like, what tactics do you apply? Do you go on an acquisition spree where you buy your way in?
Right.
Or how do you master cooperation?
Yeah.
Where you compete and collaborate at the same time.
Yeah.
We operate in a very complex world where, you know, Apple iPhone's screen is supplied by Samsung while they are the #1 competitors.
Of course. Yes.
Then there are notions around how do you create a narrative? How do you create a new category to differentiate yourself? So all these lessons learned at different places at Oracle, Dell EMC, AWS, building my own businesses, failing my own businesses, and making some very expensive mistakes is all encapsulated. And the third thing is the book was primarily created. The idea was to enable and educate business leaders. I realized there's lack of understanding. CI is not taught as like an executive MBA in most schools.
Right.
We're changing that with, you know, Mercyhurst and
with the
Georgetown and the partnerships we have.
Yeah.
But it aligns with the SCIP charter of educating and enabling business leaders to think about CI in a very mature way. And I saw that there is a lack of understanding. I was speaking to some CEOs and I could figure out how little they understand.
Yeah.
So this was like a bridge course. There's hardly 90 pages in the book. If you have a 40-minute commute, you can be done with it in one day, listening to the whole book. And the idea was not to generate wealth or make money from the book. So there's a giving pledge that all proceeds go to a nonprofit.
Fantastic.
And the nonprofit is called VIBHA, VIBHA. What they do is they empower underprivileged children with the gift of education.
Wow.
They've trained public schools across several developing nations and improved the public school education to be better than the private school.
Yeah, wow.
3 weeks ago, 108 volunteers from VIBHA received the US presidential honor of the highest impact service.
Wow, fantastic.
So I'm in the process of writing another book called Outcompeting in the Age of AI. And this is about how do you navigate this AI maze. There's too much noise around us.
Yeah.
Things are changing too fast. How do you make sense of these? And again, this aligns with the Giving Pledge and the SCIP charter of educating, enabling business leaders. And taking this forward.
So this is super exciting because, like you said, it aligns with the SCIP charter. We have one of the value propositions on the SCIP value plan is really around intelligence for sustainability and social responsibility, intelligence for empowerment of minorities, improvements in underprivileged organizations and countries. So this is a welcome addition to have this sort of a contribution to this cause. That's fantastic. It aligns very well in the whole ecosystem as we talk about it. Well, again, Mayur, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. It's been super exciting. Congratulations on your book. And I can't wait till the next one comes out.
Yes,
and
thank you so much.
We'll do another podcast and get a good review at that time, all right? Thank you, sir. Very good.
Thank you.